Hello, my name is Beatriz Chavez. I work for Complutense University of Madrid, and I'm going to talk about the use of Flipgrid to improve the speaking skill in the EFL Baccalaureate classroom. Flipgrid is an online video discussion platform designed to empower collaboration and social learning among students all over the world. It is freely available to educators as part of Microsoft Office 365 for education. Students can work with it once the teacher has created a grid, or they are invited to upload short videos on certain topics via a custom link, a QR code, or embedded it on a web page or international discussion forums in different learning management systems, such as Blackboard or Moodle. The user interface is intuitive and works in a similar way to other social media platforms students are usually familiarized with. The length of the video can be customized and they can be limited from 30 seconds to 5 minutes. Students can unlimitedly pause and re-record the videos, which can help them organize their ideas before the final version of the video is posted. This price research has already been done with asynchronous videos which were sold via email, like for example the work conducted by Griffiths and Graham, or sharing them on a video hosting website such as YouTube. This kind of research is unique as far as Flipgrid provides a community-based tool for asynchronous video reflection. All the videos are stored in a single place, which is accessible without installing any software through a web browser or a mobile device. Once the students have recorded the videos on the different grids created by the teacher, they can interact with other students when they have watched the videos. To do so, they can write replies or record another video to provide them with feedback. According to Bartlett, the students' discussion helps them to get to know each other, improves communication, and seem to be more mindful of what they say by using efficiently their body language, facial expressions, and tone points. Teachers can also reply to students and provide feedback, personalizing the system by including a non-personal assessment rubric. Regarding the theoretical framework of this work, it should be said that the knowledge society not only demands the students with certain knowledge to practice a profession, but also autonomous and problem-solving learning, instrumental knowledge, and social and communicative skills development. Computer-supported collaborative learning facilitates this objective since it uses ICT tools as the devices of mediation in collaborative learning approaches, which facilitate communication and the transmission and process of information, valid characteristics in the 21st century educational and professional domains. Collaborative learning is defined as the one in which participants work in pairs or small groups to achieve a common goal. It is a learner-centered method with a constructivist and interactive perspective, since learning only takes place thanks to the interaction among students, exchange of opinions, negotiation of meaning, where the learners work together, help each other, and use a variety of information tools and resources that allow for the process of learning objectives and problem-solving activities. Collaborative learning is characterized by the individual responsibility of the members who are responsible for the individual performance in the group, the positive interdependence of the members of the group, since they are dependent on each other to achieve a common goal, the collaborative skills which make the group work efficiently, such as teamwork, leadership, or conflict solving, the interaction of the members of the group that develop interpersonal relationships and establish effective learning strategies, and group process that, since the group reflects on a regular basis, assesses its functioning, and makes the necessary changes to increase effectiveness. There are basically three models when working with computer-supported collaborative learning methodology: tandem learning, which is the one that we had used with Flipgrid, culture model, and in-twinning model. Tandem learning promotes that two students lean on each other to learn, and it can be done physically, face-to-face, or virtually, either synchronously or asynchronously, through emails, video conference, and synchronous discussions such as VoiceThread or Flipgrid, and can be defined as learning through authentic communication with native speakers who can serve as a role model for the partners, correcting and advising them in their attempts to express themselves. Both the students are experts and learners in the process who meet on a regular basis to help to improve the language knowledge and competence of the second language, to know about the other students' culture, and to learn about their mates' experiences and knowledge. Secondly, the culture model is a telecollaborative learning model on the internet that is centered on the learning of culture in the second language class, And thirdly, the twinning model is based on the European Commission e-learning program, whose objective is to create links among European schools to encourage students and teachers to participate in educational projects with European partner schools and to promote a European dimension in education, making students aware of the plurilingual European society. In a e-twinning project, students use different IC tools, such as wikis, blogs, or podcasts to collaborate with the other schools and share resources and information. Regarding the state of the art, despite some research has been conducted with asynchronous video-based discussion, they have been mainly focused on other applications, such as voice threads, like the works written by Burr, West, and Graham, who studied undergraduate students' perception of asynchronous videos using VoiceThread or YouTube. And one day later, they found that the type of discussion prompt influences students' opinions on asynchronous videos, or the work written by Pakansky-Brock, who researched on the use of voice threads and the amount of video comments. They found out that when providing an icebreaker and choices about what the students could respond, welcoming them by name and making the students leave a comment for the first time they use voice thread, the number of video comments significantly increased. Regarding the exclusive use of Flipgrid, the research is mainly focused on higher education. Mango examines its use in her Arabic university courses. Lowenthal, Barb, West, and Archibald studied its use in 4 universities during the COVID-19 pandemic to foster a feeling of community. Oliver, Hutchins, Moore, and Wang use it as a part of a makerspace activity with middle and high school students. Gurger examines how social networks in distant learning facilitated authentic learning. And Sorenbus and Murphy state that Flipgrid supports the development of the community of inquiry. Koivula defends it helps increase social presence in online undergraduate courses, and Green use it to enhance online discussion with university students. Finally, Cassandre Núñez conducts a research on the use of Flipgrid with the students of a master's degree in order to know the advantages and disadvantages of this tool. Ankara studied the perception of her arts college students toward the Flipgrid discussion boards. The methodology that has been used in this work has as a general objective to solve the implications of using the collaborative Flipgrid tool in Spanish Baccalaureate students' EFL speaking skill by comparing the results obtained by 22 first Baccalaureate students who were randomly assigned into a control group who have used Microsoft Teams to upload their videos and an experimental group who have used the Flipgrid group. This research starts from the hypothesis that Flipgrid could be suitable for improving baccalaureate education students' English oral linguistic competence. The sample population of these studies is made up by 22 first baccalaureate education students, and the age of participants is between 16 and 18 years old, with a means of 16.13, with a larger percentage of female students, 63.63% versus 36.36% of male students. As instruments for data collection, the grades obtained in 6 different videos developed throughout the year, the speaking grades obtained at the end of the 3 terms, and the final speaking grade were analyzed. The 6 video assignments were the same for all the students, as well as the speaking test at the end of the terms and the final speaking test. And these assignments consisted first of introducing themselves, and secondly, they were asked to talk about 5 worldwide current affairs. First, social media, feminism in the 21st century, spread of diseases, globalization and the rural world, and ecotourism. The procedure is as it follows. The English department agreed on the proposal using the Flipgrid tool with the first year of baccalaureate education students, and after being accepted by the principal of the school, parental consent forms were sent to all the families whose children were part of the experimentation. The different tasks were scheduled considering the students' timetable of the 3 educational institutions involved in the project. The different assignments are given a grade, and to do so, a video rubric is used to assess the work done in the video assignments, and both groups use the same rubric to be assessed. So as it can be seen in the rubric, the concepts of the content and the organization and the form are assessed, as well as the timeliness. To analyze the result, the Social Science Statistical Package SPSS Windows version 25 was used to carry out the analysis. First, descriptive statistics were used to find out the means and the standard deviation of the static variables, and the grades obtained in the different tags, as well as the term speaking grades and the final speaking grades obtained by the participants of the two groups were analyzed. The descriptive statistics of the 6 tags shows that the control group has a mean of 5.16 and the experimental group 7.80. The results of the grades of the first test, so there is a significant difference of 0.016. For the second group, the control group has, for the second test, the control group has a mean of 5.09, whereas the experimental group that of 7.40. So there is no significant difference between the results of the two groups in these tags, since the results of a significance of 0.056. Regarding the third tax, there is a significant difference of 0.003. Tax 4 offers a difference of 0.013. Tax 5 has a difference of 0.008, and tax 6 does not show any distant, any significant difference because it doesn't show distant results. Since the control group has got an average of 6.09 and the experimental group 7.40. Finally, regarding the term speaking grades, the control group obtained a mean of 6.18 in the first term speaking test and the experimental group that of 6.54. However, in the second test, results are more distant and there is a significant difference between the two groups, that of 0.048. And regarding the grade of the third term speaking test, the difference is not significant since it's that of 0.15. The mean of the final speaking grade for the control group is 5.81 and 8.54 for the experimental group. So these results obtain a significant difference of 0.001. Thus, despite 3 of the 6 tests, tags 2, 4, and 6, do not report meaningful favorable results for the experimental group, these results confirm the hypothesis. There is a significant difference observed in contrast of the data in favor of the experimental group, which obtains higher results in the different tags performed, with average score of the control group 5.16 versus 7.80 of their experimental group, and the final speaking grade with a significance of 0.001. The purpose of the research is to analyze to what extent the Flipgrid could be a suitable collaborative tool for teaching EFL in Spanish baccalaureate education, specifically to improve the speaking skills. The study aimed to clarify which tool is more effective to foster speaking skills, Microsoft Teams or Flipgrid, and the analysis of the results obtained concluded that those students who belonged to the experimental group obtained higher results in the different proposed assignments, so therefore they improved their speaking skills more. In the light of the results obtained in this exploratory research and the SCART studies focus on the EFL at the baccalaureate education level, it will be suitable for baccalaureate educational teachers to use collaborative tools such as Flipgrid to improve a student's learning process and oral academic performance. The main limitations of this exploratory research are the sample size and the ad hoc task, so any generalization to other populations will be made cautiously. In future research, it would be desirable to increase the sample size. Based on the findings of this study, it may be advisable to use Flipgrid with other collaborative tools. As Mattis points out, it promotes reflection, participation, and the development of learning communities for students, which can influence on decreasing the feelings of isolation and disconnectedness online learners can feel. Flipgrid can be used to foster a student's linguistic competence, but it can also be used in other non-linguistic areas in which, for instance, students can orally explain their research on certain topics. Cross-curricular contents and critical thinking and reflection can be easily developed and integrated in the curriculum, thanks to the discussion of proposed topics may arise. And since topics are created by the teacher and time limits can vary, it is a valid tool for students of different stages, educational stages and ages, such as elementary school or higher education. Thank you very much for your attention. I will be more than happy to answer all the questions it may arise. Thank you.